Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milkshake wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The Black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we got, if you're watching the video, we sort of have a new space going on.
It's like we're back for the first time, man. This table, these chairs, these mics.
We got the lights now.
It's like we're in the studio.
I know.
It's just like old times.
It's not bad. We should be drinking space from Half Acre because we're in the space.
It's a good call. That's their house beer. They used to can it.
Oh, they don't can anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh, I like space.
Space is good.
Yeah. But it's nice to have, we were at the table for a while, which the table was nice, but it felt a little homey.
Oh, you mean like the kitchen table?
The kitchen table.
That's true. We were at the kitchen table, which was, I liked it. It was because it was different because we were sitting on the same side and we weren't across from each other.
Yeah.
Kind of round table style. We were just kind of sitting next to each other like you would at a table.
Right.
So it was different. I wouldn't say it was better or worse. Like I would actually kind of like that era of it, But this feels way more like it should be.
Right. And hopefully the audio stays consistent for everyone watching and listening. So we should be good there.
Yeah, man.
So I'm feeling good. And then we got a dark lager we're drinking. It's dark outside.
Stay Frosty, Brad. It's a winter lager from Hopewell, the Hopewell Brewing Company, Logan Square, Chicago. Hello. You see one of the guys from that raided the Capitol was the founder of the Concerned Citizens group in Logan Square?
No.
It was on blocks. It was a 62-year-old guy.
Oh,
yeah,
so 62, yeah. Makes sense.
Concerned Citizens, huh? Yeah.
I guess 62 and you're going in there, I would just stay outside.
And then, being quoted on, some website, and that's how people saw his name. I was like, wait, I know that guy. And now he's fucking getting federal charges.
Oh, shit.
That's funny. Oh, but anyway, back to the winter lager. This is 6%. Winter lager is not something you hear too often, Brad.
Right, but I just feel like they're maltier or they're a darker grain, roastier.
Yeah, I think, is it Metropolitan? They got the Vienna lager. I want to say it's maybe Dynamo.
Right.
Copper. It's a copper lager.
Right. Okay.
And it's darker. I think it's a Vienna lager because the malts are darker and they're a little sweeter.
So is this a Vienna lager?
I don't know, but it's definitely got the copper vibes like that copper lager.
Right.
So maybe.
I guess it might be. And winter lager makes it feel seasonal, where Dynamo is all year round, and you're like, you sort of push it to the side sometimes.
You don't understand how good. I like this lager. And we'll talk about these other stops we've been to. But I go to some places, and you don't appreciate Metro until you go to an ale-forward brewery and have a lager.
Right.
And you're like, oh, shit, Metro is actually really special. You take it for granted, And I'm not, this is the wrong time to say that because I actually like this lager. But I'm saying other examples are exactly that. They have a lager, and it's not as good.
If I had any Dynamo in the fridge, I know I have crankshaft and the coal or the flywheel. So we couldn't compare.
Yeah. This is a good call, though. I like this.
I'm digging it. We haven't touched Hopewell stuff in a little while. I don't remember the last. Since Little Buddy, rest his soul.
Hey, little buddy.
Pandemic took Little Buddy.
You're the one for me.
The worst casualty of COVID, Little Buddy.
Man. The cutest little lager, man. It's a damn shame how they did Little Buddy.
Right. I haven't even seen Big Buddy. Is there right? I thought they.
And then it's just not the same, right?
Right. I haven't seen it.
Also that.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, nice to revisit Hopewell here. I'm sure we'll.
Where's a petition we can sign to bring back Little Buddy?
Yeah, we'll knock these back as we talk about a few stops that we did this past week.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. I made it to Begyle.
Right on.
And I got to use a gift certificate that I bought at the beginning of the pandemic.
There you go.
I was like, oh, crap, well, this was before the places could even deliver, and Begyle never did that, but it was like, oh, shit, I don't want Begyle to shut down here, and, like, I was looking at other breweries to support, but quickly, like, they were able to deliver, but Begyle was one that didn't, so I bought a gift card. So I was like, you know what? It's time. I gotta use that.
It's been over a year.
Like they're fully open.
Yeah.
Well, basically open. You still have to show your Vax card when you order or when you come in, and you still wear a mask. So they're open to that extent. And I was like, you know what? I'm using this gift card. It's time. So,
12 months is a long time, Brad.
yeah.
You know?
Well, that was like I bought that in.
That's right, because the
It's
pandemic.
almost 2 years.
Pandemic's approaching like 22 months.
Yeah, so it was like 20 months.
Yeah. That's wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, March will be 24 months.
Right, that was a
Holy
but it
fuck.
started kind of in December of 2019. Was but yeah, March was when we all went
So,
on there.
so you went to Begyle.
Yeah, had the Christmas ale. This was on Blackout Wednesday.
Okay.
Had the Christmas ale because that's when I have some Christmas ale.
That's your thing.
Yeah, and I grabbed us a 4-pack, so I'm sure we'll do some Christmas ale on the
Nice.
show. It's a nice malty, no frills Christmas ale.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's good to get away from, because everything in the fridge is either stout or hoppy beer in my fridge. So it's good to just enjoy these malt forward profiles.
I got so many. I got like Fat Squirrel. I got this
Yeah.
Doppelbock from New
I'm into it.
Glarus. I got this Christmas ale. I also picked up the Paradise Birds because they had.
Paradise Birds, what the hell is that?
That's from Begyle.
Okay.
That's their. I think it might just be their pale ale. I forget.
Yeah.
I had like a $40 gift card, so I was like, I had 2 beers, Christmas ale, and I think a Kolsch. I was like, all right, I gotta get beer to go. And I got those, and then I got a bottle from Is Was.
Yeah, because Beguile's an interesting setup, right? Like they're that CSC brewery, right? Like community, I forget what that stands for. But
Yeah.
it's like community driven, and you can have these unique like price ranges of shit, the ways you can invest in the brewery.
Right.
But then also they contract brew their more popular styles out of the one in Brewing District.
Right, great.
Out of Great Central. So they have room for guest brewers at their location, which is it's different because if you had the room, why?
Make your stuff.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach.
Yeah.
So, but is one of these like brewers that brew there.
Yeah, I think we'll do a video for YouTube with the bottle that I got. I forget which one I got, but I was just like, all right, I'll try this. And I was like, what is this? Is this a collaboration? And they're like, no, they brew out of here. So Saint Laurent
Saint Laurent
kind of thing.
was brewing out of there. Saint Laurent is the first time we saw the Little Buddy cans.
Right.
They put their stout in Little Buddy cans.
They still do that. They still have the little buddy cans.
Yeah. They must have cornered the market right before, right before shit went south.
And they're like, we can charge $30 for these little cans.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
and that
do it."
too. Shit. It was like,
Hopewell's like, we can't charge more than $5.
so that's exactly what it is. Little Buddy is a light lager. But Beguile's got this, not Begyle, Saint Laurent's got this stout. So therefore packs are going out the door at like 4 times the dollar amount of the Little Buddy.
Yeah.
So that's why they got the little cans still.
They're like, yeah, we can afford it. So bump up this price for you. You're going to pay it.
Yeah. So, right on.
And then from there, we skipped Dovetail and went straight to Simon's. Got some glug.
Swedish part of town.
Yeah. So going from Begyle, where you had to wear your mask and show your Vax card, to walking into Simon's, where there's like no rules. Like I walk in, and there's someone at the door. I'm like, "What do you want from me?" He's like, "Just your ID." I was like, "All right."
Rule number 1 is there are no rules, and it's cash only.
You still got to be 21 to come in here. But all right, I got like.
Get in here.
Who's coming into Simon's?
That's true.
Not 21, right? Like it's just like really.
But
You're gonna pick Simons.
I mean,
So no mask.
Simon's Simon's an interesting space, man.
I had a couple glugs there, and then went over to why am I blanking on the name?
Hopleaf?
Hopleaf for some food
Okay.
and more beer.
Yeah. I did a Sliman's romp in the summer and had the glug slushy.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think it's the Summerfest in Andersonville, whatever that's called.
Right. I think it's called Summerfest.
I think it's called
Midsummerfest.
Midsummerfest.
Yeah.
And talk about blackout, man. Just these glug slushies out of nowhere.
Yeah.
By your third one, you're just like, wait.
You don't do 3.
Everything's spinning.
We did 2 just regular glugs. One is good. This is slushy and regular. 1's good. 2's enough. 3.
It's overboard.
You're too much.
It's too much. So it's a spiced wine that's served warm.
Warm, yeah.
Okay.
And then when you have your first glug of the winter season, you get like a little cookie, and you can break the cookie, and like I think it's 3 pieces is good luck. 4 is like whatever. I always get 4. never the luck.
Old Simons. Yeah, that's a nice. The contrast of the 1-2 punch that is Hopleaf and Simons, just like a few doors away from each other,
Right.
is a very nice combo.
Yeah, I
Very
think
nice.
Hopleaf. I don't think they had show vax cards, but you had to wear a mask around.
Yeah,
So
right on. That's a good hang.
yeah, that was my Wednesday, and then Thanksgiving morning, I was not feeling that well.
I kind of wanted to sit in the bed all day. I just wanted to sit on my couch.
I went too hard on the blackout Wednesday.
Too hard in the paint.
Yeah, I was even on my bike too. And,
Oh, you biked to Andersonville?
yeah.
That's funny.
So
You're crazy, man. It wasn't bike weather, but
I thought it would like sober me up. It did not. And then mistakes. What about you? Get after anything?
A little bit. They were talking about the place I went to, the old Band of Bohemia location. They were saying the reason why a brewery needed to be there is because the only other beer bar is Hopleaf within,
That has food.
the
Yeah.
immediate area.
Okay.
And then I think, what else came up? What's that spot on Roscoe? Village Tap.
Oh yeah.
So outside of Village Tap and Hopleaf, what are the other beer bars around here? We're at the old Band of Bohemia space. I went to Forbidden Root's new spot, Cultivate. That's where I went.
Yeah.
Right.
Over that way, yeah.
Going north, I think they might be right because a spot.
We got O'Shanahan's
oh.
that we went to for the Guinness.
Oh yeah, proper pint though.
Yeah,
That's a proper.
so they got food. Sort of. I would put them on. I put them near Village Tap, maybe a little under, but
Yeah.
it's not bad.
So Forbidden Root opened their third location, with Chicago Ave Pub, which they had to change the zoning laws over there to get that done.
Right.
And then they opened a spot in Columbus, Ohio, and now they're in the old Forbidden Root space. So this place is called Cultivate. That's the title of the brewery.
Okay, but it's Forbidden Root beer.
It's Forbidden Root's joint.
Are they brewing there?
Yeah. So Band of Bohemia had a 10-barrel system, and Forbidden Root brought a foeder, and they brought some more tanks. So they got, I think, just a few, 15 barrels and 20 barrel fermenters for the existing 10-barrel system that was there already.
Okay.
Turnkey operation. They got it at an auction when Band of Bohemia closed.
Right.
So they got a new chef. The chef's from Texas. The one thing they're doing differently over there, man, is that they got 16 on draft in the main dining hall, but then they got another bar with a separate entrance behind Cultivate. Yeah.
Huh.
So they're gonna have a proper guest draft beer bar.
So it's another locate. Is it the upstairs?
It's the old private dining space at Band of Bohemia.
I never.
Same. I didn't know this was a thing. So you walk the way we got there. You walk through the kitchen and go to this shared space. So apparently there's a dance studio on that property, and there's a winery on that property.
What?
Called 312 Vine. No, Vin 312. So it's
Okay.
like a shared, that building that the houses the
Yeah.
brewery is like a shared space with multiple tenants. I never knew that.
So, Hold on, I'm just trying to like picture the beer bar thing. So is the beer bar open? Is the
Yeah.
other beer bar open?
So you know how you go to Cultivate or Band of Bohemia, there's a train across the street, and then there's a parking lot,
Yeah.
adjacent to on the same side of the street as the
Yeah.
brewery. So if you're in that parking lot, then you just keep walking to the rear of that parking lot, and then you can enter this other bar.
Oh, but that's how you used to enter Band of Bohemia. Can you go in that like main door where the parking lot is now?
Yeah, Band of Bohemia is still you can
Or
still enter it on
Cultivate.
Ravenswood. Yeah.
Okay, because you couldn't at Band of Bohemia anymore. They moved that entrance to the side.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So the side entrance is now another bar.
Bar. Okay.
It's another bar, and yeah.
Was the upstairs built out? Because that was one of Band of Bohemia's. They had that Kickstarter, and people could
that's
give
right.
money, and
At
they were
one
gonna
point.
have like pinball and have like a beer bar.
Coffee and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
We didn't go upstairs. I'm funny you mention that because as soon as you walk into this joint, the first thing you see at the host stand is some stairs behind the host stand.
Right.
Yeah. No, didn't do that.
Okay. I wonder if that. Yeah. I wonder if Forbidden Root built that out. I wonder if that got built out. I didn't follow the story after I saw it because I was like, what is Band of Bohemia doing asking for money?
Yeah.
Apparently they needed it
You're
bad.
a Michelin star restaurant and you're hurting for cash.
You're asking on Kickstarter.
It's all some weird. That's a weird sentence, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, fine dining, but we need your help.
Yeah.
It still sounds funny you saying it.
So the inside, you said it was turnkey.
Yeah.
Was it same Bohemian furniture going
Well,
on?
and I only went to Bohemia once, so I just remember it being a lot darker in there. This has a more livelier, less formal vibe.
Okay.
Like it feels casual. Things feel like more distressed and more lit, and just more welcoming.
Okay.
I think the other place kind of felt like a French. I felt like like these old French movies you see.
That's Bohemia.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Bohemian vibe.
Right.
The music was.
Like an opium den, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
How do you describe it?
I don't know how to describe it without the word.
It was, yeah.
Eastern European,
It had-
lodgy, thrift store,
Yeah.
polka-y.
It-
I don't. Right.
like hookah loungy, right? A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A
Yeah.
little bit. But none of that's there. Like, I mean, the layout is the same, obviously, right? You got this gigantic bar, and you have a seating hall, and then you have a brewery behind the bar. So those in the kitchens next to the brewery, like you couldn't really change that. But they did what they could to kind of, I think, make it their own.
Okay. What's the food look like? Same food menu as Chicago?
No, well, yeah, they're bringing all the hits. So that the
burger?
fancy popcorn. I think the burger's going to be there. I think they had these stations all around to pair with their food and beer stations.
Okay.
So, I think I had like a smoked salmon.
Oh, was this like an event? It wasn't like.
It was like an event.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, and it came to my Gmail. So I went to my Gmail and I'm like, oh shit, this thing's tonight.
Oh.
I'm like, fuck, maybe I should go. So then I went, but I'm like, I hate when things come to my Gmail. It's so confusing. But it was like smoked ribs and smoked what was it? Yeah. But it was kind of like the smoked rib that's kind of covered in like coffee, right? So it's kind of like a sweet,
Okay.
like a sweet rub. It was interesting. You know what I found out about the Band of Bohemia Cultivate story is that the Columbus location, they actually got recruited to Columbus. So Columbus had this initiative where they had these subsidies and they were looking for a brewery. And for some reason, well, I don't know if you know Slurping Turtle downtown. It's in River North. Slurping Turtle has a Columbus location because there's this strip mall, and the city of Columbus wants like a fancy strip mall, and they're recruiting people from the Midwest from all regions.
They're like, the people in Columbus suck. We have to like go out of our way.
We are sending a call out to other local municipalities to come and be a part of the Columbus scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got these huge subsidies to build in Columbus. Because that's the first thing I asked. I'm like, well, you know how breweries are. I'm like, well, clearly somebody from Forbidden Root has roots in Ohio. That's why you did that.
Right, yeah.
But that wasn't the case at all. So that was kind of fun.
Really, they just got paid. They got paid to go there. Okay, that makes a lot more sense in the scheme of things, where it's like, not that Forbidden Root isn't good enough to open another location in another state. It's like, but they're also not good enough to like. it's
I have a cousin in Columbus, Ohio, but outside of that, it just seems like such a random location for a Chicago-based brewery.
right.
Like your second location's in Columbus, and you're like, well, why?
Right. You're not even that big here.
It's a very small pub.
Yeah.
And so they've all got similar size systems. I think the 15 barrel system in Columbus, like 10 on Chicago, 10 in Ravenswood. Like they don't have like these gigantic tanks.
So they got this weird thing going on, sort of like dry hop and corridor. And it's like,
A little bit. Yeah.
but they are doing the same beers,
It's the exact same. Right. Like they're
but they're calling them different names.
the locations. No, well, Cultivate is definitely it's called, the title is Cultivate by Forbidden Root.
Okay.
And then the original brew pub is Forbidden Root. And then that's Forbidden Root Chicago. And then Columbus is Forbidden Root Columbus. So, yes and no, right?
Yeah.
So, I think the main thing they're focusing on is pulling out a distro,
Oh.
right? So it's like, all right, so
Well, I've never seen their beer in the store.
yeah,
ever.
same. The only time I've had their beer in cans was when you brought on
I
the
feel
show.
like it's not going to be very hard to pull out a distro if no one has your beer.
So if I got this right, the thought is we'll send less beer to distribution, and then some of the beers you see at Cultivate will half the taps will be made there, but then the other half will be beers from the Ohio and Chicago Ave pubs.
Okay.
So they're just kind of like, we're just going to sell these beers at our locations more. We'll still have some you can buy in stores, but not as much.
That's an interesting move. I feel like the pandemic move was to get it into the stores because people weren't going to the locations.
And a lot of times you couldn't go to a location.
Right. So
Right.
then
Curbside, and that was it.
now they're going to come back to the locations, which I don't know. I don't have a brewery. I don't have a restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know if that, but these places aren't open late. Like, have you tried to go somewhere after 10 o'clock in Chicago?
It's funny you say that because opening night here was like from 3 to 10. The opening weekend hours.
I was planning trying to do a meetup, an event where
Yeah.
usually we would go till like midnight until the place kicked us out. These places close at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, like
Nice.
Twisted Hippo, 9 o'clock. I was looking at Whirly Ball, they're 9 o'clock. Haymarket, we're doing Haymarket, they're like, oh, we're 10:30. It's like,
Haymarket used to be like fucking 1, 2
yeah.
a.m.
And it's like, no one is open late.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's as many people out as late, and you probably don't have the staff to like
You're seeing less food options on menus, and you're seeing smaller,
Shorter hours.
Yeah, shorter hours.
So
Yeah.
it's sort of weird that they're like, oh, we're gonna sell more beer on site. It's like, but you're not open.
That's one way to look at it. That is one way to look at it. Two things that were interesting here was that, I don't think Band of Bohemia would have ever highlighted all the other malt row breweries. So that's going to be a focus here. There were two guest drafts in the front room, and in the back, they're just going to do local flights. It'll be malt row stuff from all the other 5 or 6 breweries.
So yeah, we got we don't have Half Acre now. We got
Well, it'll be Hot Butcher pretty soon.
Hop Butcher, Begyle,
Yeah.
Dovetail, not Urban Renewal. What's
Urban Brew Labs.
Urban? No, yeah, Urban Blue.
Empirical.
Empirical.
Yeah. So and then plus Forbidden Root.
Okay. So they get to be part of Malt Row and the other one, the not district brew yards, but that.
Their district brew yards adjacent. They're like right there.
Right.
If you're at
Whatever. What's that one? Because that one have a name.
that brew pub,
That area, I forget.
that's
The
Westtown.
Goose
Yeah, that's Chicago Brewing District.
Brewing District. So they get to be part of the Brewing District and Malt Row.
Because if you're in what's the crew? What's the crew over there by District Brew Yards?
On tour.
If you're at On Tour, you can easily walk to fucking
Right.
Forbidden Root. So this is an interesting play for them.
And they're one of the only 3 with food in the.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think Band of Bohemia would have ever done that. Have a bunch of guest drafts on. Right. And then also this bar in the rear here is just going to be all guest drafts.
Okay.
Or if there's a special variant of some of the Forbidden Root stuff, they'll, you could pick it up there.
Cool.
But they're talking like having some cool shit from like, Microphone and More and who's the crew? Cerebral, Other Half. Like they're talking about like having like kind of hard to get kind of hype beers on the back.
I feel like this little beer bar is a little more intriguing than the space. Although I like the food, but it's like, oh, we could just pop in there and
Yeah.
get some fun beers, and then
So, and then right off that train goes all the way to basically Wisconsin. So, like, shit. If I don't want to go home and I got to go to like Highland Park at the end of the night, you can hop off at Ravinia.
what are you doing in Highland Park?
You know, if you live, if you live up that way, if you're downtown and you're on your way home to the burbs and you don't want to go home right away, this is probably the last stop in the city where you can really just kind of let it all hang out and do some real cool city shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's interesting.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's Cultivate. Oh, one more note, man. You know, this is the funniest part. The place was up for auction, right? It's like, hey, we got this brewery and this location. It's all for auction. You can have it all for this price. So they were in the bid against like other local breweries because other breweries wanted to have this location.
Right.
Yeah. And they're saying one of the breweries was Goose.
Whoa.
It was almost a Bourbon County bar.
Just Bourbon County?
Yeah. It was almost a Bourbon County bar.
How do you think? Would that have gone well? I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I feel like it sounds good.
I think the landlords were kind of saying we want someone that's got like we don't think a Bourbon County bar is like what this neighborhood wants. We want a place that's doing some more approachable stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty approachable.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. A Bourbon County bar, that sounds interesting. But I think Goose needs to do it, but not, like, I don't know. They need to go They need to go either
Because Philly.
far north side or far south side and try it out.
Oh, they clean up. In another part of town. Claiborne's not particularly big, and fucking Fulton's even smaller with no food.
Maybe over there by, in Rutgers Park on that like strip, so then you get the Evanston crew.
It'd be nonstop.
Howard, right?
Yep. Right. That's the last stop on the red line.
That would probably be a good Bourbon County bar.
If anybody could go in over there and it would be a guaranteed success, it would be Goose.
Yeah.
Any other crew that went in, like if you put Half Acre on Howard Street, as much as I love Half Acre, that's a weird section of town. That little 5-block section is just super fucking weird.
Right, but you have that other crew that does the they do like craft cocktails on over there, right?
Oh, Package Pig.
Yeah. Right, they have to-go cocktails. Someone does to-go cocktails on.
Peckish Pig does cocktails. They're a brewery, and next door to them is Ward 8, and that's a straight-up cocktail bar.
Maybe that's one thing. And then the cider place is still.
Which it closed. North Shore Cider.
That's right.
Those are 3 stores in a row.
If Bourbon County bar went in right there.
That would work. Everyone, that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
So, selfishly, because I'm like always in fucking Rogers Park.
Nice. Any other stops?
Shout out to Greenstar.
Greenstar.
And a brewery we never talk about. Brad, this brewery's 10 years old.
What?
I'm hanging out at the bar. You
lie. Fake news. This is fake news.
I was telling Brad, like, yo, I had to pick my kid up, and instead of getting on the highway, I took the streets back north. Okay. And so, you're all the way over east. I took Clark all the way up. I'm getting some gas, and I'm like, yo, there's a brewery over here. What am I going to do? And I popped in for a pint at fucking Greenstar because I remember seeing it.
And it's like across from Metro?
Yeah, Metro, the music venue, not the brewery.
Right.
So this is just a few blocks north of Wrigley.
Okay.
Right before, so basically like Irving Park and Clark.
Oh man, I've biked by there and I've never even seen it.
Because it says Uncommon Coffee, or was it Common Ground?
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Common Ground Coffee.
That's right. Okay.
So,
whoa, this is. I feel like is a bad. I don't know. I remember Uncommon Grounds having a brewery or brewing their own beer.
Yes.
And this is what that is.
It's a 7-barrel system, and it's right on Clark Street. It's funny as hell. So I popped in, and I had the what did I have, man? Oh, I had the Bach. I'm like, give me the Bach, 6.5%. He's like, it's just a good one. We just tapped it. I'm like, so where's you guys brew or what? He's like, yeah, we got a 7-barrel system right in the back. So I'm like, what came first, the coffee shop or the fucking brewery? And he's like,
coffee shop, right?
Coffee shop's 30 years old.
Yeah.
And then he's like, the brewery's 10 years old. And that my mind
You
was
like fall off the stool.
mine was blown. There was some Northwestern law students in there. There was like some family having burgers and shit.
I feel like I've only gone to the Uncommon Grounds. It's not in Rogers Park, but
it's on Devine. There's one on
yeah.
Devine.
It's right over there. There's like a gay bar,
Uh,
and there's like the hardware store, like Beaver Bucky's or something.
The manhole.
Yeah,
or
there's
some
manholes over there, the hardware store, and like Uncommon Grounds.
No, touche. Is what
I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, I pass all the time. In passing, I've seen the name. It's called touche.
But I remember them having beer.
Yeah.
That was like, this is our beer. But they also, I think that one has like bees on the roof. Like they have their own honey and stuff too.
So it's organic brewery, whatever that means. That's what I meant to ask him.
Yeah.
'Cause I just looked at the picture and it said organic brewery. And I'm not sure what that means. They're suggesting that everyone else is not organic. But I think there's like fish. Filtration comes from a substance that's made from fish,
But
right?
that's vegan. You can have vegan beer and not be organic.
That's true.
So like the organic malts, the organic
the
hops.
So the implication there is that everyone else is using
Probably GMO stuff.
or stuff that's got pesticides in it.
Right.
Okay.
Which is
not something you think about when you're drinking beer. But it's a
no,
grain.
but when you have an organic beer, they're usually not good.
It's like the natural wines. Like people are really excited about natural wines, but natural wines they're all disconnected and kind of strange.
Right, they're strange. It's more like a sour. Like they're different.
Yes.
Organic beer isn't. It's like a shadow of itself. Of like, I see what you did here, but if you just used the good stuff.
So that's fair. So is it kind of like I've been talking vegan a lot lately, and I'm like, vegan is cool, but I haven't found a vegan cheese that I like yet. Every vegan cheese I've had, I haven't liked it.
Well, yeah.
So
stuff with like sugar and like other things are
It's
good.
delicious. It's delicious.
It's delicious. Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's why I'm like, fuck vegan cheese.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a similar thought with the beer.
Like, the Fruit Loops are great. The knockoff Fruit Loops suck.
Because they don't have all that stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's what's going on with this beer.
Yeah, I remember the best organic beer I had was from Bison. There was this guy, Dan, we met at.
This local?
No, he was
Okay.
like San Francisco. He had some of the better organic stuff. I don't even think he's around anymore.
He dialed in that organic thing, huh?
He had a good feel for it, but everyone else was like, "This is gross," or just not gross, just like these just aren't good.
Yeah, we have to use other words. We have to use other words.
Disappointing.
Yeah,
Disappointing.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. There was a Lincoln Avenue stroll one time. This is the only time I've ever had this organic beer. Lincoln Avenue stroll was all these breweries came out and they popped up in furniture stores or bike shops, and the goal was you would walk down Lincoln Avenue and you try all these businesses, and then in the business you could have a beer.
Yeah.
So on tour is at the real estate office for some fucking reason. Shit like that, right? Yeah. Beer and small business pairing, if you will. So anyway, at the bike shop, it's a bike shop that also made sandwiches, and in this bike shop that made sandwiches was this fucking Greenstar. Okay. And that was the only time I'd ever heard of them. This maybe 4 years ago. And I had an IPA, and I'm like, this IPA is really fucking good. It pops, it smells like, it tastes like you just fucking made it. This is great, and I'd never heard of them. Yeah. And that's the only other time I've had them. Yeah. And that time was really good.
Okay.
So.
It's very, I feel like organic beers can be hit or miss. Not to if anyone has a good organic beer, especially Chicago. Yeah. I feel like there's an Illinois brewery that is organic that I'm.
I'm thinking of the vegan brew pub in Rockford. That doesn't mean organic. We just said that.
Right.
No, I don't know who else is organic though.
Isn't there a low there's low res, but they're not organic.
There's a contract brewery in Great Central that's doing the zero the zero alcohol beers.
Right.
Is
that's
that what you're thinking of? Big drop?
Big drop. But I feel like there is an organic brewery that I'm forgetting that's in Chicago or does contract brewing, locally grow.
Oh, LeGros.
LeGros, yeah. I always get that.
I take it all back.
Those are good.
It was LeGros that I had at that fucking bike shop. It wasn't these guys.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm glad you said that. It was LeGros.
I was like trying to get there.
Yeah, LeGros, and it was really fucking good, and it was LeGros.
Yeah.
That's what I had at the bike shop.
LeGros good.
I like LeGros.
And they're organic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They're doing better than Greenstar.
Yes.
But Greenstar's been around for 10 years. It's I feel like Greenstar, it is awesome that they've made beer locally and done that. It's sort of like a Hamburger Mary's kind of thing. Hamburger Mary's is gone now. But
yeah, well,
that was just like...
Are they open? No, the Andersonville Brewing? Is Andersonville Brewing gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hamburger Mary's was never that great, but they made beer. It was kind of fun. And that was great for the community and great for probably your bottom line. You know, you were able to upcharge it. Same with like Uncommon Grounds. So it's cool. And when you're there, you're like, oh, I'll try this. And then maybe you go to something else. But it's kind of nice, but at the same time, it's like it's not flashy enough for people to even know that it's been around for 10 years.
It's a coffee shop. I feel like it's a coffee shop that happens to make beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah, that's what it was. So,
all right.
Interesting. I'm glad I went because then I would have not remembered that it was LeGros that I had. That was really good. Where are they?
I thought they were in the Malt Row. Like, weren't they?
Oh, LeGros?
Yeah, right. I feel like they were brewing out of someone's space.
I don't know, man.
Did we have their stuff one time? We may have. We'll have to look it up after the show.
Fuck, I gotta know. I wanna know, man.
But those were our stops this past week. There's a few events or stuff happening coming up. I saw Wednesday, the 8th, at the Publican, is a Maplewood dinner. So I haven't seen a beer dinner in a while, and this one popped up. It was Maplewood and Publican, which intrigued me enough to, I don't know, I could go, but I think I have something on Wednesday where I'll be over at Haymarket.
I'm mildly
This is
curious.
Wednesday? No, this is the 8th.
It's the Maplewood Brewing and Distillery Takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Thursday, December 8th.
Thursday. Okay, so I'll be over at Haymarket on Wednesday.
It's a good old-fashioned 4-course tasting. You'll have Maplewood beers and Maplewood spirits. So it looks like, man, this sounds nice. You'll have a beer and a spirit from Maplewood with every dish.
Shit.
Yeah, and then the welcome dish is the pills with some oysters.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Pulaski Pills.
Yeah, it'll be dish 1 is Pulaski Pills with Island Creek premium oysters.
How much is it?
Let's check out. Let me click this reservation button.
Okay,
Brad,
all right.
so we can accurately respond to that, man.
I feel like $75.
No way. 110 American dollars.
I feel like under 100, I'm on board. I don't know.
110.
All right.
You know, I'm just waiting. You know, it just reminds me, and tell me if you've ever done this, because I haven't. We should be able to have a flight of spirits at the bar at Maplewood. I mean, don't they make all the spirits there?
I guess. I haven't. You go to Maplewood.
And I always, sit at the patio or sit on the bar, and I'm always just getting whatever's on draft.
Yeah.
You know, they got cool fruited sour beers, and they got cool, like pastry stouts.
Okay.
But I've actually never had the whiskey there. I think you get the option to buy the whole bottle there.
Oh, okay.
But shit, I'm more interested in that flight. What are these spirits doing before I drop this $40 on this gin? You know, what is it doing?
Right.
The people want to know.
Cool. But I saw that event, and then any other events? I did see that Big Hugs is possibly about to be released.
I feel like Hugs is December 5th.
December 5th. Wait, that's like 4 days away from this recording on December 1st.
Yeah, man, where's Big Hugs, man?
That's Friday?
Fuck, I think so, man.
They posted a picture, like, they had the coffee, it's ready to go.
Man,
Am I going to this? I don't know.
yeah, I kind of want. I'm definitely getting a coffee because 2021. Dark Matter's doing a lot of these barrel aged coffees, so they get all the Goose beers and
Right.
they aged them in those barrels.
How do you feel about barrel aged coffee?
It used to be my jam, but I had one recently, and I was just so fucking annoyed.
Like that you didn't like it, or that
I was like, I don't want anything that reminds me of fucking
Alcohol?
in the morning.
right?
And that used to be my jam.
I feel like it's an afternoon, evening coffee.
There you go. I think you're right. Yeah. Let's see. Half Acre News. This is Big Hugs 12.
I guess. Well, 12.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
They've been around longer than Greenstar.
That's wild as hell with the Greenstar shit.
Big Hugs 12, and it should be in cans.
Yeah. Where's the Big Hugs 12, man?
All right, Nick's scrolling through there, but it should be if it's the 5th or it's going to be the following weekend.
Yeah. I think I might have to get in on this Big Hugs.
I'd want it, but then again, I think I have a Big Hugs in the fridge still.
I ran across an Orin today, just in the wild.
I think I still have an Orange too.
The Orin from when it was in bottles, the wax.
Oh, I don't have. I got a can from the previous year Orange.
This is bullshit. Why can't you just tell me no about
But
this?
we do. Did we not? Speaking of Orin, we did not pick up. Did you pick up the mushroom beer, the other one?
This is
We didn't get the other one, did we?
too much scrolling. This is bullshit.
On and on.
Mushroom beer from who?
On and on. On.
We did. Didn't we get the brother one?
We had the Rev one. Did
Yeah.
we get the other one?
Yeah.
We
the
did? We
Half
tri-
Acre, I thought the Half Acre one. I thought we had it.
We tried it together.
We have it.
Oh, I don't think we tried them together.
I'm a Half Acre's website, and that pissed me off to no end. That's bothering. I'm like, bro, you're telling me everything except Big Hugs. Yeah, we got the other half on and on. The other half of on and on is a barley wine.
Okay. I don't think we did them together, so we gotta do that.
We should do them together.
Yeah.
We should close out. Or we should do it next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Any other events? Anything else happening?
I think that's it, man.
The only other thing that went down was Bourbon County Stout came out. You didn't pick any up?
No,
Didn't chase it?
I did not. These prices were a little stiff.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I think $50 for the original Bourbon County Rare. I guess maybe 10 years ago now. That was a $50 bottle. Bourbon County Rare, when it came out again, when they lost those Heaven Hill barrels, it was a Heaven Hill 35-year-old barrels that they lost. That was a $50 play. But to pay $50 for like a Bland's barrel or a toasted barrel or Old Forester 150,
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out on that.
And then in the AB Goose Island world, AB released an NFT this past week.
We were talking about this in the pregame a little bit, because if you buy an NFT, you buy an NFT so that you can sit on it and then resell it.
Possibly, most people want to resell it to make more money later.
Yeah.
Some people just buy them for the art or to support an artist. But an AB thing, you're not. Maybe there's a 0.5% that are buying it because I like Budweiser.
Yeah.
I want to have a Budweiser memorabilia. I
So
got
is that what-
cans of Budweiser.
Now, is that what this was? What was the
So
art?
it was 1,996 because that was how long ago Budweiser was released, right? 1,900 something. I forget.
96 years ago?
Yeah. I forget
No,
what the
that-
reason was. Or
Something about 1996.
no, it wasn't 96. I'm forgetting. But whatever the year had a reason for. Was it 1913 when did Budweiser start?
Shit.
Well, I think whatever year Budweiser started was the number of NFTs that they released.
Got you. So I'm guessing 8.
26.
I think a little older, right?
Yeah,
I was thinking
one-
late 1800s.
30? Oh, maybe. But it was 19. I forget. Maybe the year had a reason. I forget
Yeah.
why. So they released this NFT they had the cans from over the year.
1876 is Budweiser.
18, so it wasn't, but it was 19 NFTs. Okay, I forget. So they released almost 2,000 NFTs featuring the cans over the years. They had a background. Some of them had a koozie. Some had different art. It was generative art, and you could buy them for $500 each on AB's website.
So you got like a collection of pieces that you can buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But typically, you would mint these, like the NFT world. You be like, I want to buy one.
Yeah.
You don't know what you get, and you get a random one. AB did it where they showed them all, and you could pick the ones you want, or pick which one you wanted. Mm-hmm. This sold out before it even went live, because and AB's website went down because the bots and everything, sneaker drops.
Yeah, exact same shit.
Same shit.
So this shit was basically backdoored before the public sale.
Before the public sale, and it was bots, and it took down the entire website. The biggest company in the world.
Yeah.
A bunch of NFT degens took down AB's website. That's some bullshit. And then there was
rough out here, man.
There was a few influencers or people were almost like given NFTs that there's no way they would have got them, and they sold them. So they were selling. You could buy them for $500 if you somehow got on the website beforehand, and then they were instantly selling for double to triple the price.
Let me ask you. So just you individually, Brad, if you had a chance to buy one of these, what would be your reason for buying it? Would you be buying it to sit on it, or are you buying it to just make the quick flip?
So I was going to try to buy one, and I was probably going to sell it or see what happened with it. At triple the price, buying for $500 and selling for $1,500.
That's a win all day.
I'd probably sell it and then maybe pick it back up when it drops down, if that was to happen. I don't know what they currently are at now that we're talking, because I'm not following it.
That's kind of how, somewhat related. That's kind of how like my Coinbase account is.
Right.
I got $60 in there, and some days it's $110.
Right.
Some days it's $40, right? Like it's just the volatility on it is nuts.
Right. And so there would probably be part of me, if I got like a real cool one, I might like hang on to it and be like, there's only like 2,000 of this first Budweiser NFT.
Yeah.
Maybe next year it might be worth quite a bit because they might do something else.
It's interesting. But
the fact that the website broke and it all sold out before the launch was basically like the biggest joke. And you couldn't, most people, they had a Discord. You couldn't even get into the Discord. They didn't have the verification set up right. So
this is Bush League, no pun intended.
This was not put together very well. It was like last minute. Sure, it sold out, but there was some hiccups. Only U.S. people could buy it. There's possibly like rewards for if you have the Budweiser NFT. You might have access to stuff, possibly metaverse things.
That part's interesting. So my other question about this NFT thing is like, so if you like, say you buy it for $500 and you just give me a copy of it, my copy's worthless.
Worthless.
Because the value is
you can right click save it, but
but the value is in the you have a record that you purchased it, and you have a blockchain history of purchasing it,
right?
And that's what makes it valuable.
It's me showing that if I was to have it, that my NFT wallet owns this, and then being like, they can check it on the blockchain. Okay, cool. You can get access to this event or this thing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I may look at what the prices are, maybe if something was to happen, if all the crypto stuff crashes, and be like, oh yeah, this AB may want to make sure this works out, because otherwise they look like jackasses. They release this thing onto people. So that happened this week.
Or they're big money. They'll just act like it never happened, and then just do it all over again and fix all the things on the back end silently, and then in 12 months we'll forget that this one happened.
I guess, yeah, that whole scene moves very fast, so
Yeah.
they just be like, fuck it.
But that's interesting, though. I mean, the largest, like you said, the largest brewery in the world. You
One
know,
of the largest companies.
one of the largest companies in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't even prepared. Like, they didn't, like, up their servers for their website to, like,
Yeah.
are you guys, well, they are idiots.
Well, shit, you'd be surprised,
even
man. I
test
think,
this?
you know,
You didn't, like, you can run stress tests on your website. You didn't stress test your website? That's, like, the
Yeah.
first thing you do.
for a marketing company, because they make beer, but at their core, they're essentially a marketing company.
Yeah.
They're a marketing company that makes beer.
What does it look like when a million people hit your website at
Yeah.
once? It goes down. Oh, fix it.
Yeah. I was going to try to make some excuses for them, but I'm like, yeah.
Right, you're
They,
you
they,
know,
should, they should have been ready for that. Yeah.
It's not that hard to stress. I don't know, but I don't think it's that hard to stress test your website, right?
Not if you're one of the larger marketing companies in the world. It shouldn't be, but that, you know, now they know.
Now they know, yeah. But I believe, like, I think Jameson or one of the whiskey companies have done an NFT, and I think you got a bottle with yours, so that Goose, or not Goose, AB isn't giving anything at the moment with it, is sort of like, you're just buying the picture.
But that's where it's headed. Exclusive access to stuff if you buy this thing.
Right, and I think a lot of the NFT stuff will get there if you're like, oh, Hopewell comes out with this. Okay, you're going to get initial release of all of our cool stuff, and you'll be first in line, and we'll give you a free one, or like whatever. So it'll be like access to things.
It definitely makes the whole, for people who don't know about them or just hear about them, you know, from a distance, that makes the whole thing more appealing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I get access to I get access to shit.
Right. And if it's a band, or if it's like,
You know? Yeah.
something like that.
Alanis Morissette, acoustics. Alanis Morissette, one night only. If I buy this fucking Budweiser thing, sign me up.
All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
I think that's it, man.
All right. Well, it's nice to be back.
Feels good, man.
In, like the studio.
It definitely feels good.
Nice. And so where can people find you, get in touch when we're not here?
Hey, man, I'm on Twitter at Nicosio.
I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass, Chicago Beer Pass, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, ChicagoBeerPass.com. All the episodes are there. I think we're going to drink this was for YouTube, so check out that. Subscribe there. And we'll be back soon with some Christmas ale and another episode. Take care.
Cheers.